Good morning, sunshines. I pray that you are doing well. Oh my gosh. So, we are for sure in fall. We went from 80 degrees down to 60 degrees, but at night we dropped down to 32 degrees. So, it's getting cold and it's getting cold fast. I did a quick walkthrough of all the plants and everything looks fine, but yeah, we're getting there. So, because we're getting there, of course, we're talking tulips, talking all things bulbs. This is just the beginning of my bulbs. This is what I was able to pick up at Costco a few weeks ago. I'm waiting for some of my other garden centers to get bulbs because I do like trying to get different ones, different colors. That is the goal. Last year, I planted bulbs in front of the chicken run garden towards the back. That came out lovely. I planted some in the part shade, part sun garden as well. But what I love the most from my bulb display last year were the ones that I planted in the containers. Oh my gosh. So on the hillside garden, I planted up all, what is it, five of those round raised beds that I have. They were so pretty and I loved it. And then my favorite bulb was the orange tulips that I planted up over in the veggie garden. There is a raised bed over there that I had dedicated to perennials and to flowers, just to flowers. And I put bulbs in it. And the display was so pretty. That is the container that I am struggling with this year because the squirrels have just been wreaking havoc. I don't even know if those bulbs are going to be any good for next year or if I'm going to get that display. So, anyways, for me in zone 6B, I won't be planting up my bulbs until like November. Last year I planted, I believe, around November 15th is when I planted the bulbs in the ground. And so, depending upon where this weather is going to take us, I won't be planting until the beginning of November again. All right, so the bulbs that I have so far, I went and I also think that Costco has the best deal on bulbs because these bulbs were $15.99. And I know a lot of us gardeners go to Costco's for bulbs, and there's 50 in here. So these are my daffodils, and there are 50. And this one blooms midsummer. And so that's the thing with bulbs. You'll find is that depending upon the tulips, the daffodils, whatever bulbs you get, crocuses, some of them will bloom early spring. Bloom early spring, mid spring, late spring. So if you wanted a display of bulbs all throughout the spring lead into the summer, you can get different ones to just kind of stagger and so that you can continuously have a display. But these Mr. Right here, narcissists, I should say. But these are the Dutch Master. I don't have any particular daffodil, honestly, that I feel like they all bloom, but these Dutch Masters are really, really pretty. The other ones I picked up, and they have 50 in here as well, are the Dutch Master Fortune. I will say that I like that this one, I don't have these in the garden, but some of these, they have the orange center. And so I'm going to enjoy seeing these come up with the orange center. So the regular Dutch Master just has a regular, it looks like a regular daffodil, but these ones have an orange center. I'm going to enjoy those, I think. Then let me set this here. For my tulips, I'm always getting pink or purples. Like I really like those. I'm a purple girl. If you've been here long enough, you know that purple is my favorite color. The orange tulips, oh my gosh, they surprised me. They were so pretty. I also planted one year some white tulips, and those were pretty too, but they didn't come back. And so, if I didn't mention for me, tulips are perennial. They do come back. They do multiply. Do they come back stronger? I haven't really experienced that. So, but they do come back for us every year here. So these tulips that I got are called Purple Prince Van Ichka. I'm gonna just put that on the screen because yeah, that last part but they bloom early to mid spring, and let me see if they see how tall these ones get. If I can see, the height is 16 inches. So that's the other thing with tulips, that they do come in different heights. So both of these are actually the same. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm not going to do it all right now in this moment, but what I'm going to do, if I can get this one open, is I'm going to let's open one together. Let me get something to open with. I don't know, my pruners are. So when you get your tulip bulbs, they will come and they'll be in plastic. And so because there's 2 plastic bags in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and take, these plastic bags do have holes in, but I'm going to go through and just make sure there's no rotten tulips. These actually, just by glance, look good. I want to make sure there's no rotten tulip bulbs, that none of the bulbs, the daffodil bulbs. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And here's a prime example. Um, this bulb right here, it looks rotten. It looks like it's becoming rotten. It looks like it can contaminate the rest. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to be taking that bulb out. Look at that bulb. It just doesn't look good at all. And so that's what I mean. So I'm going to go through all of these bulbs, and then what I'll do is I'll just dump them back in this box, and then they'll be ready for planting up. So we'll take that tulip bulb out. So I don't know. Are you planting tulips this season? Do you plant them every year? So far, I've been planting them every year, just in different sections of the garden. And so I'm going to continue to collect bulbs until it's time for me to plant up. So I'll be showing you all some more bulbs sooner than later. So I'm going to go through those, put them back inside their proper um, bags, and just wait until it's time to plant them up. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, because I'm just going to do 2 other quick things today. This is like an easy day for me in the garden because I have been working in that new bed, which we're going to continue to do work in. But I just want to go. I collected poppy seeds. So I have planted up and grew poppies from seed over the winter break. And we planted them in the ground. And I really love the poppies that grew. They were a beautiful, once again, purple bloom on them. And so what I want to do, I didn't like where I planted them. I didn't realize that they were going to need some type of support. So where I planted them was okay, but I saved some seed and I want to go sprinkle them around in the garden. And then the other thing I want to do is I have 2 plants that I forgot to dig up and divide the day that we were digging up and dividing perennials in order to plant up next season in the garden somewhere. And so there's 2 of those. So I want to do that. So let's grab the poppy seeds, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to just simply drop the seeds and spread them at. So here are the poppy seeds. There are a ton of seeds in there. And what I simply did was see them dropping. You probably can't see them dropping, but if you just take this, there are so many seeds in this. And that's what I simply did with all of them. You just shake the seeds out. This one, I think I already shook all the seeds out of that one. So you just shake all the seeds out. You take this, I think there's some in here. Let me take the cap off. Or that's what you call it. Did I drop one? Oh my gosh. Let me try to show you guys. Look, I know I'm close. My hands might be, look at all those seeds in there. There are so many seeds. So I don't think I'll ever need poppy seeds again. They just, if there's any in here. Oh my gosh. Oh, this one I didn't even crack. Why was I shaking this one? That must be from the other one I shook, but you guys get the drift. So here are all of our seeds. We're going to have more than enough poppies. So here is where I'm going to drop all the poppies, all along the chicken run garden. So what I'm going to do is just simply, I'm not going to even move dirt or anything. I'm just going to simply go over there and I'm going to just shake them, and I'm going to just shake them closer to the back in order for the poppies, once they grow, to have the support of the fence. So over there, we already do have tons of things that I've planted in this space, but I know that the poppies will be a great addition because there are annuals over there too. Poppies are annuals, I believe, for us. So we also have tulips along the back fence and daffodils, but we'll see how many of those come back. I don't have any plans to put any more tulips or daffodils over there, but that can always change. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to walk the whole thing and just drop some. We have enough for the whole line, the whole fence line. Let's get it done. Oh, I don't know if it's going to work, but I think it was worth a try. And I think it would be super pretty if it does work. All of those poppies along that fence. Yeah, easy day in the garden. Okay, let's go dig up those two perennials that I want to divide and add to my already overloaded table. It'll be worth it. So I made it over to the part sun, part shade garden. And what I want to divide that I forgot to do that day was this serendipity allium. And so I don't know if I'm going to have to dig the whole thing out of the ground or if I'll just be able to take pieces from it. But as you can see, all the blooms up there, it really did a good job blooming this season. This is the second, actually, maybe it's the first season in the ground. I think I put this in last season. but of course it grew. These are dividable, and they should do great when you divide them, my understanding. And so I want to get a division off of this so I can put it somewhere else. By the looks of it, I might be able to get 3 divisions, or 2 more divisions, I should say. I don't think I want to take 3. I might just want to take 1 division actually. But I'm going to try not to have to dig the whole thing up and just see if I can use my shovel and get a piece of the plant to plant up. Oh, did I get anything? Oh, all right. Those have roots. These ones broke off. Okay. Just gonna stick them in there for the sake of it. But am I blocking everything? That's a good piece. I might have been blocking the whole process. So I'm at the hillside garden. The sun has officially come up so I can see my shadow. But anyways, you see my hands, guys? Over here where I'm gonna go to is called the bellflower, but it's the cluster bellflower. And oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I have only 2 plants there. They look huge. I want to divide them. I want more of those to spread around. So I may have to dig them up. I also may have to take this second sweater off because, um, as I told you all, 32 degrees. It's warming up now, and the sun's over here. But this is the last task. This is the last task of the day, so that's okay. So we're gonna get in here. And this one, I think I'm gonna dig up and look at to try to divide. Do you guys see how big this plant is? Believe it or not, it's out of the ground. Kinda. I don't know why this side is giving me a hard time. There we go. Still gonna use my shovel. I flipped it on the side so I can come right through the middle. My sneakers got a little wet. I'm trying not to slip off the spot that I'm trying to break. Go. Yes. That was a good divide. Oh my gosh. Divide it again. I might divide that one again, but this one is going back in the ground. I'm so happy. Although I can get multiple plants from the one I just dug up, I just want to divide this one too. I think we talked about this before. Division for plants, although I'm doing this for me, it's also good for the plant. And I think I've had this for a little while. But I want more. If I can get more of these, really, really like them. Oh, that one, the back, and they still look great. Doesn't even look like I touched them. Well, we know I touched them because we know how big they were in the beginning, but yeah, it's a great plant. Okay, we'll come back and water everybody in. Let's go get these in some canisters and then come back. I was able to get everything potted up, and of course we have 3 of the cluster bellflowers right here. They're so huge. Who's to say I won't get these in the ground before it's too late? I don't know. And because I don't know, I wanted to put them in pots. And then my goal was, and I'm glad it worked, I was able to get 5 alliums. I know they look like nothing now. They're super small, but they will turn into something. And because I deal with voles and moles and all those things, these alliums are in the onion family. And although you don't really smell the onion the onion smell until you get very close, um, you will smell it if you get really close, but they're supposed to help deter these things. So I would like to put them all around the garden. And they are very pretty. So some of the blooms I already cut off because they actually broke off this one. So I'll go around and cut the rest of them off, but they will turn into something beautiful. So we got our task done. We went over our tulip bulbs that we have thus far. We dropped all of our poppy seeds. I wanted them in front of the chicken run, and then we divided these 2 perennials that I forgot about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment because I will talk back. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you've done all 3 of those things already. Thank you. If you haven't, please consider. Until next time, blessings. Bye.